Hello. Do you know what is the average time that we spend on our cell phones daily? Any guesses? It is 5.4 hours. Out of our whole day, we spend 5.4 hours on our cell phones. Now, I want to talk to you about how phone addiction affects us, not just physically, mentally, but what it's doing in our lives. Now, first, I want to mention how most of us have cell phones, right? Which, we can all agree we do. We use them for GPS, for keeping in contact with our loved ones, to even using our apps. But first, let's talk about what phone addiction is. What is phone addiction? Well, there's actually a variety of different addictions that are contributed to cell phone use. We have nomophobia, which is the fear of being without your phone. You know how some people are like, I can't leave without my phone. Where's my phone? They go crazy for their phone. That would be an example. Schizophrenia, the fear of not receiving a text message. So the fear of nobody texting them throughout the day. They're worried about why they haven't messaged them. They're concerned. Anxiety. It's the feeling that a notification came through when in reality it hasn't. So you can be like, well, my phone just went off. Was that a text message? Did my phone just ring? Those would be examples of anxiety. Anxiety. It's the feeling of anxious because of due to receiving a text message immediately. So if somebody texts them and they're like, "Oh, I just got a message," but they don't know if they should reply right away or not. These are different addictions that are contributed to cell phone use. Now, let's talk about how phone anxiety affects us physically. So, what is it physically doing to us when we're spending all these hours on our cell phone? Well, muscle strain and posture. When we're on our cell phones, we tend to be hunched down or twisted sideways, or our fingers. We're texting all the time, we have repetitive movements that can strain our hands. And let's not mention how before we had just the 9 key. Now that was a struggle. But even till, today, we're still using our fingers to text. And it's also affecting our vision. If we're spending all these hours in front of a screen, we're going to stress our eyes, which can lead to dry eyes, irritated eyes, and sensitive to the light, which is why we have those blue light glasses, right? Insomnia. We can be staying up late on our phones, checking our emails, social media, texting, talking, which then leads to us being tired on the next day. I could say it, I'm a little guilty of that. But if we're spending all this time at night on our phones in the morning, we're not going to have energy. We're going to be drained. Now, cell phone use doesn't only affect us physically. Let's talk about how it can hurt others, because we're not just hurting ourselves by spending all this time on our cell phones. How's addiction hurting others? Well, texting and driving, which is causing a lot of deaths in the world. On average, we have about 381 deaths due to drivers being on their phone. We see them texting. Yes, we have cars that are hands-free, but that still does not get rid of somebody easily grabbing their phone and sending a text message. Distracted driver can cause an accident. and you don't enjoy your surroundings. You could be at a concert, you could be at a dinner, and you're on your phone. It's taking away time from the now, the current, enjoying your dinner, enjoying the company of your friends. And you can make others feel ignored. If you're talking to somebody and they're on their phone, you're not going to feel like they're listening to you. That can be hurtful for others without us even realizing it. You can miss on special moments that you won't get back. There's family members that unfortunately aren't with us. And if we could think back, we spent time with them, but sometimes we're on our phones. We're not enjoying the moment, that time that we'll never get back. Our kids, they're growing. If we're spending time on our phones, we're not giving them the attention. We can't get those times back either. We cannot go back in time. I mean, I wish we would, but we can't. So let's take time and focus on the now. Now, let's review. Conclusion. Cell phones can be handy. Yes, I agree with that. But I believe cell phone addictions are keeping us from enjoying our current lives. Not only is it causing us stress on our bodies, but we're not focusing on the now, and we're paying too much attention to social media, to texting, calls. It's taking away time. We should be able to spend time with our loved ones, not have to worry about our phone ringing or posting something, checking the latest TikTok. We should focus on spending quality time and not letting our cell phones take control over our lives. That's why we got to live it the best we can. Focus on the now. Live in the moment, not your cell phone.